Hello friends, and welcome to the new and improved Culinary Adventures 2.0. This taking place at my house. My wife's gonna kill me because I'm probably gonna use up pretty much the majority of all of her spices, bits and pieces. I'll probably end up making a bigger mess than actually I would have thought I would. So what we wanted to do is realistically, stay connected through food, stay connected through community. We've had great success with our culinary adventures, opening the kitchen, sharing with you some tips and tricks and this and that, over the course of the last 18 months. And I didn't want to let something like our current situation get in the way of that. So we are taking it, we're stripping it back a little bit. You'll probably see some photo bombs. I've got my son looking at me from around the corner. You're gonna hear my dog bark. My daughter is trying to figure out how to start her own YouTube channel at age 6, so I guarantee she's gonna photo bomb us or video bomb, whatever the current vernacular is. But we're gonna have some fun. It's completely unscripted. I did have to kind of think through a couple of things which would make sense, which I had in the fridge, and what I could actually cook and make sense and not turn into a complete disaster that would take me 2 days to clean up and have my wife looking at me like I have been sent here just to make her world even more crazy than it is now. So right out of the gate, I thought one of the fun things we could do is give everybody a little refresher course on breaking down a chicken. And then take that chicken and I'm gonna share with you the Chef Jay's famous Miss Shirley's fried chicken that we offer to everybody during the Moreland Landing events throughout the holidays. Probably hands down the best fried chicken that I've personally ever had. So we're gonna start with that. Please feel free. These videos are going to be posted on YouTube via Leslie and the membership team. She'll have my email address tagged onto it. If anybody's got any questions, comments, concerns, things they'd like me to see, I am happy to turn my kitchen into a test kitchen for anything that we all want to figure out. And as I'm saying this, my wife's shaking her head at me. But in any event, let's get going. We're gonna start simply with first breaking down the chicken. The recipe for this will be posted online. We've got a simple broiler fryer. This bird's probably about 2.5 pounds. Real nice. It calls for, most fried chicken calls for what we in the industry refer to as an 8-way cut. Basically, I'm gonna turn this bird into 8 parts, minus the, not to sound gross, but the carcass, right? So Des, feel free to move around and get what you can. But we're just gonna start to kind of trim out some of the fat just so we can see what we're doing. So if I'm looking at it right, I've got the legs, I've got the thighs, I've got the breasts, and I've got the wings, okay? So the way I approach any bird, I kind of start on the top down. I make sure I have a nice sharp boning knife. Hint, hint, you all know that I'm always obsessing about making sure your knives are sharp. I'm gonna find the backbone of the bird. I'm gonna make a simple incision right down, and I'm gonna keep the tip of that knife right along that backbone, or that breastbone, excuse me. There's the nice. Okay, I'm gonna come into the joint and I'm gonna go right around the joint. And I'm gonna take that breast right off. Now, as you can see, I've got a nice little sheet pan set up here with a little bit of paper towel on it. That's just to kind of keep things dry. Got the wing now. So I'm gonna look at taking off, here's the leg and the thigh. Now I'm gonna follow where that thigh bone is, and I'm just gonna pop it out just a little bit. And I'm gonna cut right in and around it, okay? Now, here's one of the little bit more complicated cuts on taking this apart, is this thigh bone is connected to the leg bone, just like the song. So I'm gonna use my index finger, and I'm just gonna find that joint carefully. And I'm gonna use a knife, and I'm gonna cut right in between it. Now I've got a thigh, and I've got a leg, nice drumette. Same thing. I'm gonna go right down that carcass. or that breastbone. I'm gonna go on the other side of it. Now, I've got this. Now, do I wanna throw this out? You could absolutely throw it out, but hey, you know what? We're gonna save this and we're gonna use this to make a little bit of chicken stock. I'm just gonna move it out of the way over into a sink, just so we've got nice room to work, okay? Now, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. With the breasts, we're just gonna simply cut them in half, and this will give us our 8-way cut chicken. Now, there's always frying on the bone and roasting on the bone usually ends up with a nice juicy product. However, it's very easy, if you don't want to have that hassle, to take the thigh bone out of the chicken, if you so choose. And then you can add that to your stockpile, so to speak. I know that was a really bad pun. And I'm going to remove them because I can already hear it. Dad, what is that thing in my chicken? Okay. So now we've got our 8-way chicken. Which is your 4 pieces of breast meat, your 2 drumettes, and your 2 thighs. And you've got a little bonus cut for wings. I always like to use these. These are a good snack. These actually cook a lot faster than everything else, so you get a little appetizer with your chicken. And next step is the marinade. We'll address that shortly. Thank you.